Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. What is the maximum price, mathematically speaking, that XRP could ever reach? Well, that's a question that was, some time ago, posed to David Schwartz, who of course is Ripple's CTO, co-creator of the XRP ledger, and he just put out an interesting tweet about the idea. He was joking, of course he's joking. I'll make sure that's known in whatever the hell my title is, but he was joking about the idea of XRP going to $589. Now, he's not saying that it's a joke, the idea of XRP getting to that price, because it's mathematically impossible. And in fact, in terms of mathematically what's possible for XRP in terms of price action, I think it's widely misunderstood amongst the XRP community and crypto holders. But 589, this whole idea, it's so comical to me, but also it kind of is something that that grinds my gears a bit. You know, it steams my vegetables, it burns my biscuits. Do you get the cut of my jib here? Because there are so many people that in the recent years were circulating this nonsensical idea that XRP itself was going to hit $589 by the end of the year 2018. And there are some people, frankly, I'm not going to name any names, but there are some people pretty well known in the XRP community at the time that were spouting that. And I certainly, nobody knew who the hell I was. I was in the community at the time, and nobody knew who the hell I was. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I had a couple hundred followers on Twitter. That was about it. And I was just like, what in the ever-loving hell are some of these people talking about? And it was a little bit fringe, but there were basically riddlers out there that were insisting that Ripple was letting out clues along with other insiders about when XRP price would hit so and so, and that's not how open markets work. It's people speculating. That's it. It's not the case that somebody, even if on the inside of Ripple, even if XRP were a security of Ripple, which it most certainly is not, even if it were the case. My gosh, this idea of insider trading, something that could directionally move XRP one way, this or that, you wouldn't know with precision what the hell price it was going to. And so all these people saying XRP was going to $589, it's like I'd laugh and then I'd feel a bit frustrated sometimes because it was just pure nonsense. And so it's like the embarrassment of the XRP community here, but it's a funny joke too. And so XRP, David Schwartz tweeting about $589 here. And so he shared this picture. And if you can look at your screen, I encourage you to do so. Normally with the Moon Lambo channel, it's not necessary at all. I know most people treat this like a podcast, and rightfully so. That's how I treat other, well, frankly, most YouTube channels I listen to, especially the crypto ones, because you usually don't need to look at the screen. But here you can see there's this writing that looks like 589, doesn't it? And so David Schwartz, Ripple CTO, co-creator of the XRP ledger, wrote, "I swear this is not altered or faked. I ordered delivery, and this was written on the bag. It's probably 68S upside down, but I can't tell for sure." Well, given that the bottom of the bag is clearly, at the top end of the screen, and then the top end of the bag is at the bottom of the screen, yes, I do think it's probably more likely than not 68S, but it is funny regardless. So even David Schwartz can appreciate the nonsense that the idea of XRP at $589 by end of year 2018 was. And by the way, not that it's impossible to get there. I don't know that it ever will. I'm not saying it will or won't. I'm just saying the idea that some insider information was going to get it there was always pure nonsense. Just this weird Riddler stuff I didn't like. But what does David Schwartz think in terms of where XRP actually could get price-wise on the open market? Well, take a look at this. I haven't talked about this in a long time, and there's so many new people in the XRP community. I thought this might be a fine time to talk about this. So there's this question on Reddit, which David Schwartz responded to 4 years ago. Now, understandably, David Schwartz has not talked about price action that I'm aware of in a very long time. And not in terms, especially to be clear, in particular, in terms of where things might go. And I get why. They're under a lot more scrutiny, this or that. And then there's the whole SEC versus Ripple thing, of course. But here's the question. Mathematically speaking, what is the highest price Ripple could potentially get to? Now, again, that's a question from 4 years ago. And there is no actual ceiling. And so this goes back to this idea, like, people do not understand how open markets work and how speculators behave. There is no mathematical ceiling. That doesn't mean that XRP could be, or like reasonably at least, $100,000. Pick your crazy high number. But I'm just saying there's nothing artificial that's going to stop it. It's humans buying and selling that decide the price. And so when people are asking mathematically what can it be, they're trying to figure out, typically anyway, in my experience, they're trying to figure out based on the utility of XRP utilized as a bridge currency, it moving around, this and that, and they try to factor in all this. That's not how this works. The truth of the matter is, it's simply the case that if people see something that's useful and they want to diversify into an asset class that's different than what the hell the rest of their money is, like crypto, like say you're not in crypto, and you're like, where should I put my money in crypto? I want to do something a little bit different. Might you invest, I'm asking you, you tell me, might you invest in something that you know businesses are functionally using at the time? Might that instill some sort of confidence? Might that have nothing to do with how many transactions are occurring with it? I think that might be the case. But here you have some interesting thoughts from David Schwartz from several years ago, and he wrote the following. It all depends how big you want to dream. What if Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share? $2. Oh, I should mention this too. 4 years ago, you understand, like XRP, it was probably like half a penny. You get that, right? So like saying XRP could go to $2 was absurd. It was there a couple months ago. I know markets are suppressed right now because people sold off, but understand, $2 seemed obscene. There were people that would think $2 XRP several years ago, that's bonkers. Never going to happen. Oh, and I saw it. I saw it before it happened for the first time because I've been here since November 2017. Anyway, then you wrote the following. What if Ripple captures the value of all high-friction international payments that are now occurring? $20. Now, again, that hasn't happened yet. He said $2 before it happened. Now it has. Is 20 going to happen? And by the way, look, he's trying to like figure this out based on actual adoption here, which is not the way that I approach this. So anyway, what if Ripple captures the value of all high friction international payments that are now occurring? $20. And then he writes, you could add a multiplier for this for additional demand from people holding XRP to make or facilitate the payments in the future. And so let me pause. This is where I do disagree a little bit with David Schwartz here, because I would agree with him that utility absolutely matters. At its core, utility matters tremendously here. But, calculating a specific price, I mean, even if you're talking about a range of $20 based on actual utility, I just don't feel that's the case. And I think history has shown pretty clear, at least. Now, mind you, I have an additional 4 years of data that he didn't have at the time. But, so I got a leg up, I admit that. But it's pretty damn clear. XRP is just following the price action of Bitcoin and the broader crypto market anyway. So keep that in mind. But anyway, and then he wrote, what if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction? Maybe $120. Same point as above, you could justify a multiplier to this. So understand he's talking about the potential of XRP at $120 and also acknowledging a multiplier effect to the price point of $120. That is not bonkers. I'm not predicting that's going to happen. I do not know if that will happen. Absolutely, I don't know. But the idea of it happening is not bonkers. And he is right about the idea of utility happening. I just don't think that you could reasonably put a price based on specific levels of adoption. Because in terms of like functional usefulness, because right to this point, look at this. How long has crypto been around? Over a decade? Almost none of it's useful. Look how much money's flowed. You're talking about at its peak, crypto, a couple months ago, a multi-trillion-dollar market cap for the entire asset class. Now, that's not based on utility. And I know that's not how much money actually flowed in, but damn, it's not about that. It's certainly not. Now, the fundamentals will matter more in the future, I'm just saying. And then he wrote, what if the economy triples in size, the volume of international payments increases, Ripple captures all of that, and people also use Ripple for all kinds of other things because it either displaces Bitcoin or equals in size a Bitcoin that's many times its current size. And we also expand the economy to other planets that also use XRP and ... As for how likely these scenarios are, though, who can say? Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the near future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now than the idea of a Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seemed to me in 2012. Well, state, that's my golf clap right there. Hear that? Hear that, mofos? That's my golf clap for David Schwartz. And so, yeah, I get that. It's just, again, the only part that I would approach it a little bit differently is this idea of certain adoption levels in terms of utility somehow in some sort of reasonably predictable way results in a particular price. That I don't believe. But I do believe he's right in a general sense here, and I don't know where this is going to go, but I definitely don't think there's a cap here. So you guys let me know what you think below, but I think it's fun food for thought, and I hopefully I can stir up a little bit of interest here, you know, at the end of the video by trying to entice you to comment below and just carry the conversation on, because I have an opinion. Yes, I'm the guy running the YouTube channel, fine, but it doesn't mean I'm right. And it doesn't mean that I'm 100% convinced that what I believe is accurate. So if you've got a compelling case and you think I'm way off, let me know. Or if you think I'm right, give me an attaboy. I could use a little confidence. I'm so unsure of myself. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.